this series, we're going to talk about what to do in case of a power outage, what the screen displays mean, how to reset your clock, how to adjust some very basic settings, as well as how to regenerate your unit, and how to review the diagnostic features of your unit. Well, let's get started. Let's discuss the face of the valve. Here we have a 7000 G2 series valve. There are 5 buttons. You have your cycle button, your diagnostics button, your up arrow, your down arrow, and your shift arrow. There's an LED light present on the screen. Currently our LED light is blue, meaning that our valve is in service. If the LED light is green, that means the valve is in a regeneration or backwash cycle. If the valve is red, that means that there's been an error and you need to contact your local dealer to adjust the error. On the screen itself, it will read volume and a number with a G behind it. That number is the metered gallons that are available in the system before the next regeneration must happen. This number may change on a daily basis due to usage and due to active variable reserve settings. It will also have the time of day. Make sure that your time of day is correct, as your valve needs to know what time of day it is in order to regenerate at the proper time. In the upper left-hand corner, it should say SRV when it's in service. If you press the cycle button once, it will say RGQ. And if you press and hold the cycle button, it will say INI for regeneration. The Cascadian 7 G2 series has the diagnostics features built into the programming of the valve. Now, if your service provider calls and asks you to get into it, it's very simple. Simply press the diagnostics button and you will go into the first step. The first step is current flow. If there's water flowing through the system, the meter should be picking it up and showing you how many gallons per minute is currently flowing. To move to the next cycle, press the cycle button. The next step should be peak flow rate. That will tell you what your valve has peaked out at, the highest gallons per minute it has flowed. The third step is the totalizer. This is there to tell your dealer how many total gallons have been treated since the last time it has been reset. This is good for systems like arsenic traps and others that have a maximum capacity in the medium bed life. The fourth step is hours between the last 2 regenerations. This program step displays the time between the last 2 regenerations. Number 5 is the hours since the last regeneration. This program step displays the hours since the last regeneration. Number 6 is the volume remaining. From this screen, you could actually lower the volume remaining by simply pressing the up or the down arrows and using the shift arrow to move over if you wanted to treat less gallons before you backwashed. The 7th step is the previous day's water usage. It will tell you how many gallons that you used on the previous day. The 8th step is reserve capacity. This is how much reserve capacity the unit has. With your Cascadian 7 G2 series, the reserve capacity could change on a daily basis as it is monitoring your daily water use and it's adjusting that reserve capacity accordingly. The 9th step is just simply telling you what software version your controller has on it. This may be important if there is a software update that's imperative to the system operation. If your power should go out, there's no need to worry about your system programming. All program settings are stored in permanent memory. Current valve position, cycle step time elapsed, and time of day are stored during the power failure and will be restored upon repower applications. Time is kept in a power failure for up to 48 hours. When the time is restored, the blinking time will display indicating that there's been a power outage and that the clock needs to be adjusted. If your system is installed where it has water supplied during a power outage and the system is in regeneration during the outage, it will remain in the regeneration step it was in while the power is out. If the power is out and the water is running to drain, place the system in bypass until power is restored. If your power is blinking due to a power outage, simply press the up or the down arrows to adjust the time of day. Press and hold the up or the down arrow, and the unit will go into a mode that says set time of day. Simply adjust the up or down arrows, shift over to the hour, adjust the hour up or down. Pay attention to the PM or AM settings as the system is designed to regenerate in the middle of the night. Manual regeneration. There may be times when you would like to start or initiate a manual regeneration. On the screen, the system will say SRV, meaning it is in a service mode. If you press the cycle button simply once, it will read RGQ, meaning that it is going to regenerate tonight when the time of day reaches the set time of day for regeneration. By simply pressing and holding the regeneration button for up to 15 seconds, the unit will cycle into initiated regeneration and begin to regenerate at that moment. At that time, allow the system to complete its regeneration process and check back on it within an hour to an hour and a half. Let's talk about putting the unit into bypass. This unit here has a 90-degree elbow kit that brings the bypass above it, but perhaps the bypass is directly behind the valve. The bypass is this unit that has the circular piece on it. It'll say bypass directly on the side. A lot of times that's tied against a wall so you can't see it. The indicators are these little notches on the side, or there are holes on the top or the bottom. If the holes are parallel with the piping, then your unit is in service. If you'd like to turn your unit into bypass, simply grasp and turn. If the unit is sticky and it's very hard to turn, the holes that are present in it, you can use a screwdriver to put in there and turn them. If the unit is in bypass, raw water will be allowed to go downstream and no water will flow through the valve or the medium. If your unit is acting up, or it's constantly flowing to drain, or it's plugged up and you need to have service, you can put your Cascadian 7G2 unit into bypass, allowing water downstream. Just be aware that the water will be raw water.